Underdogs are rising.
You don't have to find me if I'm looking for you. I'ma spin around here when there's nothing to do. That everything. Right by like I ain't got a clue. I'ma do me, you can do you, boo. Cause I'm sick and tired of kind of you. If I'm looking at you with some words at you, they wanna judge me from what the hell I do. It's a big conspiracy. No, it's not true. Kind of blacked out, but it wasn't kung fu. I guess it was you, big when I'm with
Jealousy, all I see is jealousy. Jealousy, hey, they want drain my energy. Hey, hey, Versace, 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 Versace. All I know is that is why they jealous me, they jealous me. Yeah, yeah. Every day like a holiday. Go do my down without the G. Go do my down without the G. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Every day like a holiday. Go do my down without the G. Go do my down without the G. Don't mind the way, baby, don't mind the way. I got the wickedest wine, yeah, yeah. Don't mind, yeah. On the low, on me and you, on the low. Yeah, nobody have to know. Oh baby girl, nobody have to know. Yeah, 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 yeah. Jealousy, jealousy. Fresh and fly, them a jealousy. Way too weak, you're jealousy. You know I got the songs that every day like a holiday. Go do my down, I thought to the J. Go do my down, I thought to the J. Ah, yeah. Go do my down, I thought to the J. Go do my down, I thought to the J. Many men, many men. I feel like they know me. I feel like my home is yeah. Many men, many men. Tryna take my girl from me. I feel like they know me. Yeah. Just money. Right now, they jump money. From Gambia to Germany. Every girl want flex with me. Yeah. Chop money. Right now, they chop money. From Gambia to Germany. See every girl want flex with me. Yeah. All I see is jealousy. They hating on me. They want drain my energy. Hey, Versace, 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 Versace. Give me love to God. Beat them and stop in the bar. Give me your data to come up plan. Yo, see me and laughing in the street. Anybody where you at the top. Shake your face, smile.
Don't know it. Tanala Emma, on no kick it on.
Alhamdulillah, I think Jamaican music radio in there, bro.
No, ko Gambian music money head. Bro, no it, Tanala.
Fine, thank you, Alhamdulillah. Tanala,
Oh, I will take this medium to congratulate you on your graduation. You know, we are very happy. We are happy
thank you.
for you, brothers. You making us proud. You know,
Thank you very much, bro. You were the guys behind this all. You were the guys behind this. You were there tapping my back, always motivating me along the way. So any achievement, you were the guys behind that success. After you are the guys behind it actually. Even though with all my endeavors, I thank the brothers elders out there who are always supporting me in one way or another, either telling me to do something good or tapping my back to keep up the momentum. So I would say thank you very much to all of you, bro. Oh, no, I
bro, Alhamdulillah, man. Yet Allah, bro. Bro,
that's good.
This weekend we found out that today break from the programs, but there is something going on in our midst in our region. So me understand our the follow Dauda Nene Galle. Dauda Nene Galle.
Yeah, I am.
Dauda Nene Galle post something so threatening, you know, like to Ministry of Health and all those people to look into the corona situation in URR. I got a tip long time ago. I was talking to brother Seni Jabi about that. There is corona in URR, and a brother like Dauda, I mean Andy Dauda is a very concerned Basarian, very concerned who put Base in his heart. He made clear that there is one person who was dead, and they made a test on that person, and it come out to be corona positive from Base's person. Bro, you working under the Ministry of Health. There is nobody better to ask than people like you. Invite me you to ask you this. What is the corona status in the Gambia and in Basse, if you know?
To be candid, this is not the first time you are registering death cases of COVID in Halamakola because prior to the second wave, the second case of death in this country was from that region. That's the Sarangule from Numuyal, or I think you hear about that case again when communities, police officers were taken to the compound to ensure that the family members who are in contact with the disease doesn't move around to minimize the spread. To minimize the spread of the COVID. So that's the issue now. But this being registered in that case doesn't mean that it's the first time we're registering that death cases in URR. Sandari, prior to this one, there were cases, and COVID second wave is in the Gambia, so the candidate is already in the Gambia. People have been diagnosed, and URR is not an exception. There's no region this exception of this COVID because people are traveling. Inland travel is going on still. That is from one region to another, and staffs are moving, and businesses are going as normal. Though there was restriction, but those restrictions are all stopped now. Are you getting me?
I'm getting you correctly.
Yeah. So that issue was down the post. Minty will not comment on that. I told him it's high time we engage the community to sensitize them. And the government or the Ministry of Health cannot do it alone. COVID, we all know the mode of transmission. And you can tell people to be in their house always. If you stay in your house, your family or your son might go out to school. Schools are back to normal in the Gambia. Do you understand? You have to go to the market and buy groceries and other consignment for your family to sustain them with regards to the daily living that's eating. So if you go out and you come back without taking the proper PPEs, that is preventing measures to prevent yourself, like the hand washing, the face masks, the social distancing, you can contract the virus when you go out and come and infect your entire family. So you are not an exception. There's cases. When that I posted, I told him the best thing is let's see how best to engage the ministry and decentralize the testing centers. Though they are collecting sample, but very minimal. Then they collect it, the combos for analysis or this place, how do you call it? MRC for analysis. So this is the issue. There are cases actually. If you follow the CITREP, you can see it there.
Okay.
Situational report. If you are following me on Facebook, I'm putting something every 2 days. Whenever the CITREPs are out, I put it on my Facebook page summary of the cases in the Gambia. I think the last time I saw published was the 1st to the 2nd. This is the actual report from the Ministry of Health. That is the situational report of COVID-19 in the Gambia. Since COVID started, I've been doing that. So somebody follow. The 1st to the 2nd was the last time we reported. So we're working on the 3rd, 4th, 5th. You combine the results, number of active cases, number of new cases registered, number of deaths registered, and we publish it. And this is public. If you want, I can say it every day with you. Anytime it comes, I can publish it with you. But there's nothing they will say. If I know we have 10 cases, they will not tell you these 10 cases from this region or somewhere else. But the regions are categorized, which region account the highest case of COVID for now, because there's a demarcation parity made already. But they cannot tell you this is the number, this part is from this village or this is because we know privacy in health. We need privacy. I cannot disclose. One person I cannot disclose to you. That's the issue. But there are cases in all over the region.
But how can you people have so much privacy in the Gambia? Like Ming Hande, where I am here in Belgium here, I can go online and I can see the number of infected people in my town.
Mm.
I do understand. Those kind of things should not be like so privatized. People should,
I don't mean, hello, Kodabokar.
people should,
I don't
hmm?
mean, I don't mean the number of regions not being displaced. We have a report which is done every day in a week, sometimes 3 to 4 times. It's published. If you want, I can share them with you. The last one I can share with you recently on
Mm,
WhatsApp.
mm.
That is not hidden. It's shared to social media all over the country. The issue is is the saying that Bokar Jalo is a positive case. Put your name on the report. It's not done.
No,
But we
yeah.
can tell you
Okay,
this
here
region.
also, and
The,
Kanari no in Belgium, yeah, that is also privacy. You already understand. Oh no, like to
the
say
patient's
like
privacy
you don't
matters.
say from this town, from this, yeah, they even go on like Dauda Nenegale is claiming is like what they
Mm.
did. If I understand, is what they did at Bakau. Like that mass testing they did for in that place. They should have done that for. He's calling for the Ministry of Health to do that for our people in
Yeah,
Basel. So,
I understood, bro. Bro, no continue. I'm not trying to defend us doing anything. What I'm
mm,
saying is what happened in Baka was then the cases were not much in the country. Gambia have less than 100 cases by that time. When Baka recorded the first case, they realized it is coming up there. They went and did a mass testing to rule out where it's not a hotspot of COVID. That was around March,
okay.
April 2020. Do you understand? So when
Mm.
cases are now in all over the region, if you want to say it, you specify for one region, you're going to do mass testing, there's going to be another. That's why they made up these testing centers. Before in the West Coast, because we know it was Akandin Heights, we have the Bakau Independent Center for Testing site, we have the turntable, we have the buffer zone, and we have Jaliba testing in Brikama.
What
So
about Bas?
other facilities are,
What about
but
Basel?
you go, if you think, these centers are even published, but people are not coming up for testing. People don't want to go to voluntary testing. So that's why they say, if you want to do your status, go to Basset Health Center, lab technicians are there to pick your sample, or you go to MRC field station, they're there to pick your sample. Do you understand?
Mm.
All regions are collecting samples now. Or you go to regional health directorate, the RID, Mansaja. Tell them I want to know my status. Even you can collect your sample there. It will be transferred to this combos, they analyze it for you and give you results. Maximum 24 hours, you can get your results back. You know your status. Because we
If
are the
I
rapid one here.
see what you understand, Moy. See, if you want to be tested, you go to the clinic, Basel Health Hospital, or you go to MRC, and they will take your samples
Yeah.
and they have to send it
Yeah.
to the combos.
Yes.
For you to know your result. But
Yeah.
bro, that is dangerous. Because and maybe you are positive, you go out, you don't know your status, you go and spread that to the you go to the mass. Yeah,
No,
commercial.
there is, if I wish you a health professional or you know little about a professional. If you have the symptoms of COVID-19, you manifest them. You came and you want to be tested. We will see people. The medics will assess you and see if you this is called surveillance. If they realize that you manifest the symptoms, they will collect your sample and advise you to isolate yourself until the results are out. Or if you want to still stay, they can isolate all these facilities are having isolation centers where they keep you. Because before COVID comes, we have been doing these sample collections, the like of polio, measles, and yellow fever. Meningitis. If you assess for meningitis, they collect your sample, advise you to stay away from others before you contact others again. So this is the protocol. There are chains you do, not you collect the sample to the person, go home. You talk to the person, educate him. Mr. X, we collecting this sample from you because we think you manifest the symptom of this disease. So what we advise you is we're collecting your sample, we're taking to run it in the laboratory. We will want to keep you here. If there's no space to keep you in the health center, we tell you, go home, but ensure you isolate yourself from your other members until when the results are, you only know your status. Do you understand?
Yes.
Before COVID, we've been doing this. There are cases of surveillance is done in AFP surveillance, let's see, polio surveillance, measles, yellow fever, meningitis, all. So these are things people need to understand. Are you getting me?
Yes, I'm getting you. But brother,
Okay.
What is the stance of this corona situation in the Gambia? Like a concerned citizen, and your biggest fear. What are you and a health personnel also? What are your biggest fear? Like I know that also now is studying maybe in the medical sector or something like that.
He is a field worker with MRC before, and he's doing public health. I know very well.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is the problem in this country, the denial is too much. People are still on denial about this COVID in this country. Last week I had a debate with someone on Facebook. I said, if you deny there's no COVID now, even on my Facebook page, is a colleague who was a nurse here, went to Italy through the bad way. I said, if you think COVID is not in the Gambia, please come up, we take you to the treatment that is be with the confirmed case there. No one will accept that. If you say there is no COVID in this country, no problem, come to us, we take you to the treatment center. We be with the positive cases there and see. No one will accept to do that, not so.
So, like I'm going on your biggest concern now, you apart from the denial, what else do you think? Because you said the how to call it, the second wave or the third wave is already in the Gambia, something like you said, something like that.
Yes, we're registering cases.
What are your biggest fears towards that?
My biggest fear is people are not adhering to the preventive measures again. Precautionary measures, they are not taking it, and they're not going for testing. People are doing the testings, actually. And you have to, it's not a force. You cannot come and say, you will do tests on you by force. Health is not forcing someone, and you have to ensure the patient's privacy again. If someone comes and says, I want to do a test, you can't do it. You don't deny him to do the test. You do the test for the person. But if the person don't come, Gambia, you go sometime. The people we have put up for testing are many travelers. Because it's a requirement. If you are to travel, you need to do the test. So people are going out. I will appeal to each and everyone to go out and know your status is better. And take up the preventive measures, the precautionary measures. Put on face masks, wash hands, and social distancing. This is the thing. Because we all know these are the recommended measures by WHO and the other Ministry of Health. So we have to understand that too.
What is the Ministry of Health doing for the regions like URR, where this means of testing or means of labs and is not advanced? What are the measures that you people that the Ministry of Health is taking, to foresee that the spread of COVID is not that much high in our region there? What do you know about that?
Right now, we have different teams with regards to response of COVID-19 in the Gambia. When we registered case in URR, a quarantine center was identified in Bassi itself. The AGIP was used as a quarantine center in some places where people were kept. If you have a contact with the COVID case, you are kept so that you don't have interaction with others who don't have a contact with a positive case. And it's still going on all over the country. If you have a case, contact tracers will go and follow you, make contact tracing, and they take up the case and manage it, take it to the treatment center for management of the case. Still, there's another thing called the RCC, that's the risk communication and community engagement. That go out to community, discuss with community members, educate them. Hold on. Yes. Educate them on, sorry, hello, are you getting me?
Yeah, I'm getting you, yes.
Yeah, the RCC is also there, that's the risk communication and community engagement. That goes out to community and that with the community members, advise them on, educate them on how to prevent themselves or from contracting the virus. Do you understand? Red Cross volunteers are members. They go, some of them even use bicycles from one community to another to go and discuss with elders in the community and other members again to educate them very well with regards to how to prevent themselves from the COVID. The communities are engaged, we mobilize them, and so they meant, let's say, not in a crowd, few people, especially leaders in the community, the BDCs, the alcalis, talk to them, and you also go to house educating again people. We are the risk communication doing it. Contact tracers are all over the country. All of the regions are, all these regions in this country have the regional health directorate, and the RPHO is there as the regional public health officer, plus the regional directors work together with the surveillance officer and the health promotion officer to ensure that they contact everyone who had a contact with a patient, take them and follow them up for 14 days. If they manifest any symptoms, their samples are collected. If they don't manifest, they are allowed to go out and advise on how to prevent themselves from contracting the virus. This is what is going on. We have different teams. The treatment, case management is there. The rapid response is there. The contact tracing is there. And the RCC, risk community engagement. And all these regions are having these teams there. And the central level is even moving to regional levels to engage them and empower them in still on how to do these things. The nurses, the public officers, the doctors, the laboratory scientists, the pharmacists, everyone is doing what they can do. But we all know the health stations. We have to.
Bro, on community level, sensitize the grassroots, the people, the masses, to know ko be under on woni you know danger of this COVID and honno be wawata what the prevent hore mabbe, you know. Hara
That's
wana
what I'm saying. The committee,
yeah
I wanna,
come Hara wana come like only to equip like hospitals, because if you equip the hospital
thank you.
like you are saying people cannot, some people denying to go to check their, know their status, you know, otherwise it is useful. Or people who are in danger, who are danger like people who can spread the virus, they are not like going to isolate themselves like in quarantine. So si kon want what they what they avoid such kind of thing, because Sandari Dauda we on ko mail mako ko what you understand, this person is already buried. Maybe everybody who went to bury that person, or those who take care of that body, like Andy Rotugol Maningong, Rotugol Fureong, all those people might have be contaminated by now, and they are potential spreaders of the virus.
Yeah,
Network. Oh. Yeah, I think his network is hanging. Come on, no, I'll do the Cherno, because Sandari Cherno is working under the Ministry of Health. Me and the Dauda me because Dauda me and the Ogani exam makong. Kono I just because me nani coronavirus song is in URR and Basse, you know what it on no heavy tongue and maybe one the first time people no nana sifa or virus coronavirus on to. Kono Dauda windi Dauda not kopai kusuka Basse najo. Well, he's very concerned about the Basse welfare of Basse. Mo windi ko Facebook mako mo wada claim mo wada dumani honno mo wada appeal to the Ministry of Health pour be wada mass testing in URR, you know, in Basse especially, because mo kanko message mako ko email honno ko Facebook post mako mo wulli to no mo wulli to wonne mane goddo fe ini Basse ne bani be o mo waɗano admit mi sikki Basse after that ɓe naɓi mo bansang, you know, o feƴƴini ton, you know, after ɓe ɗetti test mani ɓe waɗi mo test, after ɗum test on result on ari tawi his corona mo waɗi positive corona. So kono ɗum ɗo ɓe andude ɗum hari on o surrama. So a tawa wonnama ɓen himɓe wonnoɓe yanoɓe lotugol fure on ma ɗum surroygol ngol, you know, ɓen himɓe waɗnoɓe exposé makko fo ɓen fof no jogui corona. Okay, maybe people like you people in Africa, won't Gambia, you don't know the effects of the coronavirus. Kono sanari wano in the developed world, menen come woni riga wano Europe e madum America. Coronavirus wariga himbe hewbe. You know, many people lost their lives. Many people lost their jobs. Himbe hewbe perdi golleji mabbe, himbe hewbe perdi life mabbe, you know. People are depressed in the West because of coronavirus, you know. You know, life is on standstill in the West, you know. On normal life, yaltugol wada ko fala da ya ko fala da for what he got caught. Maybe, you know, even though and you want to develop countries like that, you know, atawai ender nyalla siye ya imbe teme dere no maya ga, you know, sitai wonde countries like Gambia, you know, doesn't where, you know, even we don't have correct hospitals. See what it on spread one a community like Basse or URR. It will many people will die like Ebola did in Sierra Leone, in Guinea Conakry and other countries, you know. You know, the concern of that young brother is genuine. Like Kanko, you know, because maybe somebody working outside the Ministry of Health or somebody who's is not exposed to the health, like Cherno, and the Cherno because Cherno is part of the system, you know. So Kono, it's good for people to know. We all have to cry for that, you know. Like what Dauda is calling for is genuine. We all call for the Ministry of Health to go to help to test people, enough people in URR, especially in Basse, before that spread to in our markets, in our lumos, you know, in the naming ceremonies, in other ceremonies, because the social system in Africa, you cannot stop that. It is very difficult to stop our social system in Africa, like in Europe. Yeah, Europe though, and though I said I already visit Nenema that type appointment. You know, what we call Kalamwata or visit Sahal Nani Moid Arde Yatam. You cannot see them. So it's different from like in Africa, whereby all gates are open. You can go in and out of any family or any community without hindrance. As long as you know them. But in Europe, yeah, me where I am here, even in my house here, if you ring my bell, if I don't call you to come in, if I don't want you to come in, you cannot come in because I have to open the door for you. From my room, I have to press a bell, press a button to open the gate for you to come in. So you cannot see me. So it's different from whereby in Gambia, somebody can just come and meet you where you are sleeping and wake you up. So because of our our society and community involvement, it is genuine that people know the effects and the dangers of COVID-19, and know that what can cripple the West, it will not leave a poor country like the Gambia or of any other developing country because it is real. It is real. One jawda ko wono wullude kon wullitade kon himbe ben fof no foti dum wadde call. We call on the Ministry of Health, and all those people responsible in that matter to look into that matter because it is scary. It is really scary that things like that will be coming to the last minute when somebody is already buried and then they already know he is COVID-19, he's positive. So everybody who was exposed to him should be by this time be quarantined and tested. Everybody should be tested. Here in Europe, yeah, if one person, one child, like schools are shut down because of a teacher or a child saw symptoms or is how to call it, corona positive. They were shut down full schools, like full departments, even like some working places, full team will have to stay home because one of the person, let me give an example like me, come Golatadon. Company one of our colleague, friend Jomako. Friend Jomako what it test positive. Be what mo test force mo what it test positive. Be gila news on hoti boy on gila heavy news on what we call company on ini beno kanko de himo kanko ko potential risks of having COVID because what it test friend Jomako on what he test positive of corona. So company what they decide boy on ta aruta o golle. So things like that. If hadn't been on boy or it test positive, menen colleagues even though it's a small company, but we will not have gone to work because it will be mandatory to all of us to go to make the test, to see, whether we don't have the coronavirus. Me andi do boy Gambian jogo do kadi do Ibrahima. Kanko kadi fewno go college got heavy corona company mabbe. Before be full team, before they have to stay home, they have to go quarantine, they have to go to make tests, to prove that they are all not having coronavirus so that they will come back to work. Things like that in Europe here, because that is possible here, because the economy, can support people to stay home. But places like the Gambia, and Africa, that is difficult. You cannot have those. You cannot tell people to stay home like that. You cannot tell people to stay. So that's why we will also. Yeah, Cherno Miima is good. Cherno, comme wonna ma landare ko network ma wadde ma wadde on the level of community level on Ministry of Health woni wadde ko annantane what I sensitize people to realize the effects and the danger of coronavirus.
Okay, as I was saying, the RCCE, the Risk Communication and Community Engagement, is body responsible. And right now, they're going out to community. They work with even the response volunteers to go, and each region is having a regional health education and promotion officer who is leading that team. They will go out to communities, talk to community members with regards to COVID-19, ways of models of preventing themselves. That you cannot, government alone cannot do it. So with the support of the committee, we can get rid of this virus in the world. But that's not only done by the committee itself, but they also go out and engage them. They call them on a day, let's say the Bantaba, where they go to house to house. They are even now doing house to house. You see that because volunteers with their bicycles, they are given back by UNFPA. They go out and ride the bike from one, let's say from Masayan to Kabakama. They come to the
Mhm.
community, go to one compound, call the compound head. We are here for a dialogue, just maximum 10, 15 minutes or 20 minutes, discuss with you regarding COVID-19 and how to prevent yourself. So that's another point.
Mhm.
The other medium they are using is the radios, the televisions in the country. We are using those things again. And this is almost every day. Shots are given out. So we all know the government alone cannot do it, but with the support of the community, we will be able to do that. So, and the government has a unit called the Directorate of Health Education and Promotion that is leading this community engagement and risk communication. The risk is to teach you, tell you what is the risk of COVID-19 and how to prevent yourself from that. That's ongoing. Since this inception, before the COVID even started, they were doing the sensitization. And when we did the first case, they went out. They set up, there's a committee even called the Task Force on Risk Communication and Community Engagement. We haven't done it. I would say in one of the reports, we see the activity they have done since COVID was registered in the country on the 16th of March to date. And with regards to the case you were asking in Basel, that was
Mm.
buried and people have been buried. They need to watch the cops and go and bury it, put it in a coffin, go to the graveyard, do everything. Maybe the guy was a suspect of COVID. They took the sample before the result was out and it was positive. Whereby the family buried him. So they will now follow those who have contact with the disease now. There's a risk, contact cases are also there. They go out and say, Cherno H have died. And before Cherno died, who was taking care of Cherno? And who come and visit Cherno H? They take all your name, and this risk contact cases will follow you for 14 days. That individual will follow them. They use telephone sometimes to call them or they go and do home visiting. Because you cannot put all those people into quarantine or keep them in one place. Do you understand? These are
Yes.
things the government is doing, the Ministry of Health is doing as of now with regards to COVID. Rapid response is also the response. But if you have a positive case, the rapid response will come and tell you, you are a positive case. Console you that we took your sample, or you came and brought your sample, we collected your sample last time. We realize that you are positive now. What do you advise you? We want to take you to treatment center.
Mhm. Oh, this is important, but the network is tripping. Network is disappointing us. You know, but it's good to hear, like, contact tracing. Even in Europe here, it is there. Like, they do contact tracing. Like, I even during the second wave, when they open this when they open the entertainment centers and all those things, like restaurants and things, people were mandatory to fill forms when they go to the restaurant and something like that, to fill the forms, your address and all those things. Like, if there is any, like, anybody who get in touch with coronavirus, they can know who was at that place at this very same time. Contact tracing is very important. I mean, or Belgium, though, that was a big problem here, because I know that, because our political party in Belgium here, we they have a wing called, how no be in English. They say the group of health organization for the people. So those people are experts in medical field, like doctors, nurses, and people who who are expert in the medical field. Those people were advising the government, even though our members of parliament who are in the parliament, they were calling on the government to fight, to look for, like, quick testing and the contact tracing. And the government were not listening to them. But after you see what happened, this, especially they told them even that, you have to go and do this mass testings in this, seniors house, where this, and in Europe here, they have seniors house where and now you be ni be ya itom be wona tom be wawanta ore mum be haray be mabbe be naba be tom, and if government on be ya be wona tom haray be bay war dankotobe be. So ko ɗum ɓennata elderly houses. So donc corona ko waɗi, when it hit here, it hit those people, because ɓen system maɓɓe on waɗi fragile already. So our people were running, telling the government to go and do more testing in those places, but they didn't do it. Like Dauda is calling on now the government to go and make mass testing in Basay and the surrounding. So it will help that they will know where are the hotspots in URR or in Basay itself. because then Basarians will know how dangerous the corona is in Basse. How is the virus circulating inside Basse and its surroundings, and people will take necessary measures, so that they will prevent themselves and their families. Kono andi sati, sati sitai the informations are not there. And the NM4, everybody know about HIV/AIDS and all those tuberculosis and all those things. We know their effects. We believe them because we see. Even maybe HIV, some of us never see somebody who had AIDS. So now one on arduda nuir and yaya jamen what I know treat. But these are realistic things. People have to take these things serious. So it is genuine that our brothers, our young brothers, our brothers who are in the health sector, they are calling out the government to do something. Because me, Seni Jabi, brother Seni Jabi, once told me that he said there is corona in Basse, in UR. Brother Seni Jabi, most of you know him because he's so vocal on the social media and about Gambian matters. He said there is coronavirus. You should try and talk to somebody about it if you don't believe me. So I said I believe you. I believe that is correct because I heard of that Sarawule man in URR, in Basse, in URR there, and all those things. Those are realistic things. I don't have to doubt those things. But hearing young brothers like Dauda Denegale writing on the social media, appealing to the Ministry of Health and the government to do something about it, and giving example about that dead body, and you hear Cherno, what they don't confirm though. It is some things that are true. There are people who. But we have to appeal to the government. Government should do something. They should help the community to know what is going on. They should do mass testing there because they did it somewhere else before. So it is not wrong to call on the government of the Gambia, especially the Ministry of Health, to do more testing in URR, especially in Basse, so that our people, our brothers and our sisters, they will know their status and to enlighten them, to let them know how they can prevent themselves, how they can, what is the danger of the coronavirus. So this weekend I wanted to take it off. That's why yesterday you people did not have here the open conversation yesterday, because this weekend I wanted to be off. But when brother Seni Jabi challenged me on this, he's telling me, there is corona in Basse. And I saw the post of Dauda. I wrote to the brother, Cherno. Cherno doesn't have time even today. He accepts to I told him even me, I did not want to come online today, this weekend, but that's why I did not have any programs this weekend. But I just want to talk to him about this. To confirm to you people, there is coronavirus in URR and it is in Basse too. There is coronavirus in the Gambia and it is also in your town in Basse and URR. It is not the first time that Nanudon Fimu, it is there. Please take necessary measures. Please prevent yourself and people around you. Because preventing yourself, you are preventing anybody who you come across and people around you. Because coronavirus, whether you believe it or not, it is something existing. You might say you never see somebody who got coronavirus, or you will say you never hear about somebody who who died on coronavirus. But people like us who live in the West here, in Europe, every day we hear people, our friends, our co-workers, even family members who lost family members or friends or loved ones because of COVID-19. And you hear it on the news, and your life also, it is on lockdown because of COVID-19. So it is real. So before countries like Gambia reach to the positions like in Europe or in America, it's high time for you people to sensitize, to tell the people what is going on. Tell them and to also try to make enough testing. Because now the testing materials are cheaper, I think, because China is making most of them. Now even here in Germany, you can go and buy it in the supermarket for yourself. You can have a testing machine. in Germany. I read it on the news and something like that. I think I saw it. So it is not the government of the Gambia can make sure can afford those things because they are wasting money in unnecessary things. Many of it, many unnecessary things. So they can help to prevent their communities, they prevent the Gambian citizenry, so that they will not have, they will not reach the level of Europe or America or other Asian countries. Believe you me, COVID-19 is real. Believe it. COVID-19 ko gonga. Sa hola kinong andata ha hira sitai wana ha wada late. Because okay, you don't live in a country where it is majority coronavirus, but brother and sisters, thousands of people lost their lives. Now, even in the world, millions of people lost their life because of COVID-19. Billions of dollars and in economies are going in danger. Many people will go into poverty. Many people will go to poverty because of COVID-19. Many millions of people. So don't take it easy, light, especially you people. We managed to, in the Gambia when Ebola was hitting all of West Africa, Gambia was able to avoid that. Gambia and people like Senegal, they were able to avoid those things. It's not really, it is, you can do the same thing that you did against Ebola. You can do it to the Gambia to try to, this mass rallies and all these political jamborees and all this. I hear tomorrow is the lockdown starting in the Gambia, which is too late, So, but yet still, people should take precaution measures and save yourself. Saving yourself is saving people's life. Me here, when I move out of my house here, I have to wear face masks. Unko compostry here because sa yalti do 40 police at yasi. Sa ala max, you pay, they will fine you for like 200 euros or 250, something like that. Otherwise, it's when you even the cost of a face mask is like maybe €1, something like that. Sa borna kid yalti do 40 police officer, but I'm fine almost 250 euros. That is like, let me say, that is like almost $12,000. $13,000. Atawa, it is not necessary. Though sayalti do kadi, if you go out in the here 11 o'clock sitaima yasi ko benata avon clock kondo night curfew, it is here. Maybe people on you like you in Gambia, you are against it, but in Europe, yeah, curfew on no. We have curfews even in most of these European countries. They have them. Restaurants are locked. People cannot go to the restaurant. Bars and restaurants, life in Europe, those are the livelihood people go to relax when they are not working. After work, they go to the bar, they go to the cafes, they meet friends and restaurants to have fun. All those things are locked. People like me, more than 4 months now, I don't know, 3 months, I don't go to the gym, to the fitness training and all those things are locked down. Football clubs are empty. You see, most of you people who watch football, you see the football stadiums are empty. And people who go to play football, they will test them so that they are all negative before they can go and play football. Anybody who is positive, you have to go into quarantine. So these are realistic things. So people like in the Gambia, it is not there. In Europe, this is how we used to hear it from China. But now it's part of the life in Europe here. It crumpled our life here. You cannot do nothing here. You cannot do nothing. Everything is locked down. So I don't think the Gambia should wait until it reach to that level. So they will take measures. So the call of Dauda Nenegale is genuine. That we all call the Gambia government because of cases like what happened in Basse. That the Ministry of Health should go also to make more tests in URR in Basse, so that Basserians and people of URR would know what is the stand of the COVID-19 in URR in Basse. Because we don't want to wait until everybody is sick when we have no good hospitals, we don't have medical facilities or enough personnel in URR, and then we lost our people for no reason. So like things that happen, like they make it, make a test, and then until this person is already buried, they know the result of the test. That is what people don't want, because then it is too late, because the person who's already tested positive is already buried 6 feet deep. So what about those who were around him? You to contact tracing, because it handy in Africa. Europe, contact tracing in Europe, yeah, it is a big deal here, because people took that is like that is their privacy. Let's say in Africa, like some people who many people will not tell you, carry or not, or they will just deny. They say I was not there. We don't have to wait up to those stages. So it is genuine that our brother Dauda Ninegale make that comment, and make that appeal to the Ministry of Health to make more tests in in Basse, in URR, because we also, as Basserians, children of that town and URR, we are also concerned that same thing that happened the last time is still going on. Maybe many people are buried, many people die because of COVID, and people don't know that. Like in Europe, yeah, before they will say, yeah, even people who die natural death or other illnesses, they associated with COVID. Okay, but yet still those people are tested, and they know whether there is testing going on, and they can make call on those things. But in Basse and URR or in the Gambia, people are dying, maybe they are from COVID, and people don't know those things. Gambians and people in URR should know their status, and they should be given the opportunity to go and test themselves, so that, and to know also, to be informed, so that they can take necessary measures, so to prevent themselves and their family and loved ones around them. So I did not want to come online this weekend, but I deem it's necessary, because I saw the appeal from Dauda Nenegale. Even though I have a planned program with Dauda Nenegale, because of his examinations at the University of, I did not have that. But I will bring Dauda here. I have a lot to talk to that boy, because Dauda is now the program manager of FOB in Gambia. So, and he have been following. He's been a youth advocate long time. I follow that youth. He always posts necessary things. If you know him, you go on his Facebook page, you will see what I'm talking about. But this is what I had for you people. Cherno, I think his network is off, but Cherno was also busy. But 30 minutes that for him to come here and confirm these things with me, it is genuine. I thank him for his time. We have our brothers in the medical field. We can ask them. We can ask and ring the alarm. We have our brothers in the ministry, in the government. We can call them and ring the alarm. And we hope those in government also, they can answer to the calls, like those administrative people in Basse. The likes of Fode, I don't know why Fode still did not respond to me. I want to talk to him about a lot of things. I don't want to sit here and make false claims. Many other people, we have to talk. You have to talk to the people. Tell the people the truth. Tell them what is going on. I will not be here making false claims. I'm not living in the Gambia. I'm not in Basse. I will not sit down here. What are false claims? I will not talk about Basse, anything about Basse or in the Gambia, which I don't know about, or somebody who is having information doesn't give me. But anything that I hear about Basse, about the Gambia and Basse, I will come here and talk about it. I am not on this media to make fame or money or something like that. I have my life here. I have my job, but I will not keep quiet. If I know something, I will talk about it. So that's all I want to say. And this weekend, I did not want it to have problem. Maybe some of you who follow the open conversation, you missed yesterday program. because yesterday I took care of, I was with the family and other things, So today also I did not wanted to come, but I deem it necessary to talk to Cherno because Cherno accepted to say, was trying to clear things with me about the information that I asked, So I say I will bring him on so that he will say it on record. People will hear what is going on. That Dauda is not making false claims. Dauda have a genuine concern, and Dauda is, we encourage people like Dauda and others to speak. If you know something, speak about it. Write about it if you can write. People like me, I choose not to write anymore. That's why I create this platform. But please talk about things that you know. Ring the alarms, brothers and sisters. Sida ande wunde halu do one day it before it get too late. If you see something that is not correct, talk about it. Because what I say for them, what I say for many other people. You save thousands life. You save also, you prevent things also. If you see anything that is not going right in your community or in your society or in the government, or talk about it. Don't keep quiet. So we salute Dauda Nenegale for his boldness to call on the government of the Gambia, the Ministry of Health, make a good example, give an example, give a genuine example that raise concern, that it's necessary. So we salute young brother Dauda Nenegale and all those who are doing like him. We encourage many other people who are there, especially people from URR. Me, I always say the Gambia, the country, the Gambia is, I will not advocate for the country, the Gambia. I am too small for that. But where I am from, where I was born, where my womb, where I was gave birth to, where I call home, I will ever advocate for those people and I will involve about them. That is Basse and URR in general. So the well-being of Basse and URR is top priority for me. So I will not keep quiet about Basse. I will not keep quiet about URR, and also for the Gambia if I see it, if I deem necessary. So this is what I have for you people today. And please speak up. Make the calls like Dauda. You call on people. Make the alarm. Ring the alarm bell. Ring the alarm bell, because that is a red alert. That is a red alert that somebody will be having a COVID-19. The last place that they know the person is positive, that person is already buried. That is too late. That is late. That is the final spot. You understand? Because that is the final spot. Because maybe that person could have been prevented from it. So you see, that is the final spot. So we have to ring the alarm. We have to ring the alarm, the red bell. Bam. People should know, especially the community force and the government. The government, we call on government because it is their responsibility to prevent us all, everybody. Like I hear Sidia Jata say, I don't know, Sidia of Halifa Saleh said. He said he said, the country is the parent, and everybody who is from that country is children of that parent. So the first responsibility first responsibility towards the people come from the state, and the state is the government, because the land itself is nothing. It's the people who administer the land. Those people are the most important thing. So the state, the government, are the first parents of the citizenry. That's why they call you a child, like we say, Jibinande lady, or Domireo, Banku Dingo, So you see those terms make you already the child of the country, and the state is the government. Everybody are the children of the state, the government. The government have to prevent its citizenry and make everything necessary and possible for the people, for their well-being, and especially to prevent them from invasion and from virus or any other things. That should be priority for the people. So this is what I have for you this Sunday, and I hope you will not also keep quiet. And I hope you will be speaking, you will be bold enough to call out ill practices. You will be bold enough to call upon people who are responsible to take to man up their responsibilities. I hope you also, if you see anything wrong, you will call it out. I hope that you will be a brother's keeper. I hope this too. I hope you will speak up because that is the only way we will correct each other, for the benefit of everybody. I wish you all a wonderful evening. Have a good night.